In this video, I want to share some of the biggest culture shocks I experienced when I first came to Singapore. So let's get started. One of the biggest culture shocks I've had when I first came to Singapore is finding out that a lot of people in their late 20s and even in their 30s are staying at home with their parents. They've never moved out of their parents' home. Now in the US, if you're in your 30s and you never left your parents' home, it may be seen as a bit shameful, but in Singapore, it's normal. One of the reasons why someone in Singapore may be staying with their parents is because housing prices are very expensive. They want to save up before they move out. Another reason is if you want to purchase a HDB flat, you need to be at least 35 years of age if you are single. And a third reason may be if you attended university in Singapore, it's not compulsory for you to live in the residence halls. You have the option of living in a residence hall, but you can also live at home. So in the US, depending on which university you attend, it may be compulsory for you to live on campus at least for the first year. So in my case, when I went to university for my undergrad, for the first year, I had to live on campus. It was compulsory for us to live on campus. And then for the subsequent years, I just rented a room within a home or an apartment so I can stay closer to campus. Another culture shock I've had when I first came to Singapore has to do with how fast Singaporeans walk. And according to a few articles I read, Singaporeans are the fastest walkers in the world. And I am not surprised because every time I'm at a MRT station, people are just flying by me left and right. Ironically, I've been told that I walk really fast, but I think most Singaporeans I've met walk a lot faster than I do. Another culture shock I've had in Singapore has to do with the sales tax. So in Singapore, there's something that's called GST, Goods and Services Tax, which is currently at 7%. When you buy things, for example, in a grocery store, the price you see on the price tag is the final price you'll pay. It is inclusive of GST. I think it's against the law to not include GST on the price tag. In the US, the price you see on the price tag is oftentimes not the final price you'll pay. The reason for that is because sales tax vary from state to state, and even within one state, sales tax may vary depending on the county and the city you're in. So you'll get your final price when you check out at the cash register. And there are 5 states in the US that do not have a sales tax. Another culture shock I've experienced in Singapore has to do with the convenience of life in Singapore. In Singapore, there are more than 170 malls. You can pretty much find at least one giant multi-story mall at every major MRT station. And what I really like about these malls is that they all come with grocery stores. You can get your groceries, you can buy some clothing, you can buy electronics, you can also get your personal care items or some over-the-counter medicine all in one place. In the US, if you go to a mall, most likely there won't be a grocery store. If you need to get groceries, you'll have to drive to a nearby grocery store to do your groceries. So the fact that there's so many malls in Singapore and you can tackle all your errands in one mall makes it so efficient and convenient to run your errands. Another culture shock I've had in Singapore has to do with the number of foreign domestic workers in Singapore. As of 2019, there are more than 250,000 foreign domestic workers in Singapore. So in Singapore, it is common for families to hire maids, live-in maids who take care of their young children or their elderly parents. In the US, it's not common for a family to hire a live-in maid. Most people don't hire a live-in maid. Another culture shock I've had in Singapore has to do with the state-of-the-art healthcare in Singapore. I was extremely impressed by the quality and efficiency of healthcare in Singapore. And I really like the fact that even if you are uninsured in Singapore, basic healthcare is very affordable compared to basic healthcare in the US. I also like the fact that you can pick up your medication right there at the doctor's office. You don't need to go to a pharmacy after you see the doctor like you would have to in the US. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, please leave them down in the comment section below. If you subscribe to my channel, thank you so much for your support. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.